Hello and welcome to Zach103 TV. And yes, today is the first race of the Cars and Cup Series playoffs, and be 9 races to decide a champion. First 3 races here of the round of 16 will be here at starting off today at Martinsville, next week at Richmond, and then finishing the round of 16 at Kentucky, where 4 will be eliminated, starting the round of 12 for the week after that. So, as you can see, starting pole is Dale Pauls Jr. This is probably the first time we've seen, um, in our 2003 version of the series, a playoff driver start pole during the playoffs. So, as unusual as it sounds, and as unusual as it would be unusual, man, it really messed it up. And regardless, he's starting pole. Came in with 2 wins, just won a few weeks ago at Kansas. So, he's got 2 wins this season, 3 career wins, and based on what we've seen from past races here, he could lead the whole race and advance right into the round of 12 in this first race. Now, if he leads all the laps here and does crap during the round of 12 and gets eliminated, that's a possibility. Just because he's going to lead, if he leads every lap here, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if he does, and leads the entire race and gets to the the next round and gets eliminated, that's his own problem. But I also seen during the test that, not that we don't count him out either. He could get his second win of the season. Despite not being a playoff driver, he'd just go for season standings. And if he did that today, he'd probably definitely be the highest running in standings, not in the playoffs. So that's interesting. We've seen Crick Tacos last week. She started 4th today. Do really well last week. Almost won, got beat by Lethal Mourner in the last lap. That put her really up there in standings as well, so she's in a similar situation. And then Brad Stover, so close to making the playoffs, came in to Darlington +9, got wrecked out early, lap 7, unfortunately didn't make the playoffs, so he's just trying to get a good season finish at probably his worst track. Last season here, he didn't finish either of the races, I don't believe, so and he did finish the spring race, and he's looking to get a top 5 here in the fall race, so we'll see how that goes. Last week's winner, of course, was Lethal Mourner. We'll get to his cockpit, but NASCAR Fireball 48 was the guy to defend that last playoff spot. He made the playoffs, and so did Reggie Fogelman. Came outside looking in at Darlington, and sure enough, led 3 laps, got a top 10, got inside the playoff spectrum. So that's where he's battling. So another problem. 4 are going to be eliminated. That could be decided today, believe it or not. Could be decided next week. But, it's really going to be interesting to see who's going to stay and who's not. So, also lowest starting right now in the playoff spectrum, full field didn't load. Surprisingly enough, Iron Crusader, who's been really consistent this season, but don't count him out yet because there's still a couple weeks to go, and then Garcelle, Mater, Evan H., and Zion are the last 4 running, and then Jonah Burridge starting pretty far back, and so is the spring race winner NH, who won his first career win here at Martinsville during the spring, starting pretty far back. I don't know if he's going to be getting up there or not, but don't 100% count anyone out in this race. So interesting. Then Lethal Mourner starting pretty far back, so we'll get his cockpit, start the engines here.
Drivers, start your engines!
Also, remember in the spring race when the cars were getting penalties going into pit road, passing the pace car? I have not found a solution to that, even with only 42 cars in. Green flag here. Daniel Paulus Jr. going to try to beat Notaweeb off this corner. 2 Cincinnati cars. That's kind of cool. Running side by side. Oh man, Daniel almost cleared him off of 2. Right now, I think it's really going to be the battle for the lead right here. I think the 48's got him off this corner. No, he split it wide. Daniel's going to lead that lap, I believe. That's pretty good for him right now. Just leading a few laps is just great for his round of 12 hopes, but 48 eventually clears. Now we have a battle for third with a 99 and a 95. Like I said, no cautions in this race because of that issue. So any wrecks we have will be pretty much open season. And hopefully we don't have any or many of those. Due to the main concern, we don't want drivers having to take a penalty and whatnot. It'd just be a big old war mess. So, yeah. Have an H on pit road with issues. That is not good. Also, I have a difficulty at 99, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. He appears to be having some issues in that 11 car. Is a lap down. May have just been a pit strategy, but he has now put himself in a pretty bad position starting off these playoffs. He'll have to get some digging done these next 2 weeks if he doesn't get this game stepped up. So Daniel Pauls Jr. led the first few laps. Looks like Nadaweeb is now the leader. And battle for third continues with the 95 and 99. Both pretty close in points right now. Both didn't make the playoffs. Wasn't no surprise Kirker Tacos wouldn't make the playoffs. And, you know, I said she wasn't actually playoff eligible. I actually miscalculated that. She actually was playoff eligible. She missed it by 3 laps. If she had led 3-4 laps more at Darlington, she would have made the playoffs. But she didn't, and that actually would have been a very Mickey win. And we had a spin in the front stretch. So, clearly the lowering the turnoff caution, lowering the difficulty may not have done the trick 100%. So, just going to ride here best we can. Zine probably got the worst of that. Right here, oh, the 8 and the 97 got together. Ooh, oh, and the 11. The 11 got heavy damage. Unfortunate for those guys. That was lap 6. So, 2 playoff guys, big implications early in the season. Evan, huge implications. Zine, 2 wins this season. Looking to be possible championship favorite now underneath right now. And again, like I said, don't count these guys out. It's just first race of the playoffs, but still, you know, it's definitely a concern for sure. So 48 Nadaweeb coming out with the 11 right in front of him, trying to put him 3 laps down. He already went a lap down prior to that incident, and now Evan's got damage. Now you can run around this track, still be fast with damage, so don't automatically assume Evan's going to go a lap down, but it looks like 48 is still quicker regardless of that fact. Let's go slow him down a little bit. So, goes 48 going to make a move on him, or was this slowing the 48 down? It caused 27 to catch up. Because clearly the 11 is not going to, well, I don't know, might be. I'm not seeing the 27 catch up a whole lot. Also, funny enough, seeing the real gaming freak inside the top 5 right now. He's usually been the slump for the Dodge Team Motorsports racing organization. All 3 of their drivers made the playoffs except for that 82 car. He's the only one on the team that missed it, and he's the only one on the team who doesn't have a win this season, and the only one on the team who just has not been doing good this season. So he really needs to step up his game. As now the field's starting to get stacked up because of that 11 car. What's going to happen? What? 27's right there, 95 right in tow. Lap 14 of 50. Like I said, this is great points for Nadaweeb for season standing. Like he's going for 5th in standings right now at this point. Didn't make the playoffs. He had a pretty good season effort. He was in a pretty good same situation as Martinsville for third last week at Darlington, kind of in a must-lead lap situation, was minus 29. And he's still in a good spot in points. He just really needs a turnaround right now. Daniel Pauls Jr. has been pretty consistent this season. As for his team owner, not so much, but Daniel Pauls Jr. leading the playoff standings right now. I'm going to try to go low on the 48. Seeing the low lane isn't really that progressive right now. He doesn't stick to the decision. Oh, he's going to force the issue there a little bit. 11 may go low. Blocks high. Wow, that's aggressive move. Trying not to go 3 laps down. That's just allowing these guys to a lot of pressure on that 48. And a lot of people are trying to make moves, but are not being successful. 99 trying to get underneath the 95. All kinds of stuff. Right now, last in championship standings is, in playoff standings, is Evan H., Zine, Mars Salamander, and Iron Crusader. And they're all 34th or worse right now, so... Oh, trying to jackknife that 48. Oh, forces the issue again. 48 get around on top of the 11. This time he does. It'll happen sooner or later. And he will clear that 11 car. Or no, he won't. He might clear the 11 car. He'll have to put up a pretty decent fight. Like I said, these cars don't go as... lap cars with damage like that don't go as slow. 27's already peaking high. He does not want to lose his time with the 48. In fact, he didn't want that 48 to get around the 11 because he knew that would lower his chance of getting around him. But still, 27 led some laps, I think 1 lap at least. Put him in decent position right now. So all those guys are really losing a lot of time to that 11 car because that 11 car to the leader. So this may just cause Nottaway to check out and get the win. Again, Evan H., playoff guy, trying to keep his hopes alive right now, finish in a position to finish last. Again, only 42 cars in this field because of a concern over those penalties in the 95 and the 27. Just trying to make every move they can. Roach inside the top 10 along with Rick Trenton Jr. Got 1, 2, 3 of the 16 playoff cars inside the top 10, Roach being one of them, Jr. and Daniel Pauls Jr. Playoff guys are probably going to be definitely on the plus side after this race if they finish where they're at right now. We're seeing some passes right now. 66 trying to get around the 82, and 27 is going to go high, and he will try to clear. It's going to be hard. Like that 11 car is not going a whole lot slower, but he's going slower. Like I said, this is really stacking up the field. 27 gets around the 11. 99 battles 95. I don't even know how the 51's up here. Defending champion won't be able to defend his championship. Had a mechanical issue last week, taking him out of contention for the race. He's inside 10th right now. He also won Martinsville Spring Race last season. That put him in a good position to win that championship. His Crickery Tacos gets around the 11. And I think those concerns are still there, lower for sure. So we're halfway now, and it's been the green flag race, pretty much straight racing. Unfortunately, what I expected, there was really no way around it. I've been suggested to try doing heat races at this track. We may do that next season. I'm not 100% sure. We'll figure out something, and if get something figured out, we'll run with it. And that 8 car, he was involved in that wreck. He's just not having a good season at all, period. He's just been having a rough season. He's got 2 wins, and it's just been rough. Put it bluntly, he's just had a rough season. And he just got rougher today with that incident on lap 6. So, just trying to reel back from that. And Zine, he's currently last running car on the lead lap. Just trying to finish the race. Look forward to next week. What they won. It's 97, 11, and 26. Those are all 4 guys that are probably going to end up below the cut line after this race. And the guy just above is probably going to be Exo. Everyone else were pretty good. Dark X-Ray. He's kind of decent right now, so not much going on. I'm gonna be frankly honest with you. It's really unbusy racetrack. 48's got a pretty decent lead on the 27. Little to no concern of trying to get past there. Like I said, 48 leads most of these laps. He's not going to lead all of them, but leads most of these laps. He's in a pretty darn good position for trying to get fifth in points. And in these next 9 races, a lot of guys are going to try to challenge him for that. You know, that's a good spot to have. He's actually one of the guys who already has a scheme laid out for next season, the new NCS 22 mod. We're in a good season this year, really. Kind of same as last year, but this year he's got wins in his pocket, so 1 win, might have 2 today. And interesting to see. And then Krikritaka has really been seeing her step up her game lately. Unfortunately, not enough when it came to the playoffs, but, you know, trying to get a good season points finish. Didn't get that last season, and that's what they're going for now. Behind that, the 10 still trying to get around the 11. That 11 car is just kind of hindering these guys right now. At this point, he's gonna be able to successfully pass on the bottom. I think here in 1. Yeah, he gave too much room. He's gonna try though. He can try to clear that 11 car. It's not gonna be easy. As more cars the 11 car blocks, the lower chance he has of going 3 laps down. But I don't think he's gonna pass anybody. Unless someone wrecks out of the race, but he is the lowest running car right now, and he's at a clear disadvantage in that 11 car, so very unfortunate for them. And let's hope they do really good next week against Kentucky, because Evan H made the playoffs last season, came in 3rd in points, got eliminated after round 16 at Richmond, so we'll see how he does next week and see if he, when he comes after Kentucky, if he'll make it around 12. So. That's all there is to say about that. 10 car got underneath the 11 on the low lane, surprisingly enough. But again, these guys are gapped up pretty decently. Concern for lap cars is slim to none right now. They're not really going much slower. And we're going to be 10 to go here really soon, so they're not even, I mean, we're within like a few seconds, but they're not like slow. It's not going to be nothing problem. So yeah. 99 guy was able to sneak around the 82. 99 Brad Stover, he's just trying to get a good season finish. Running 5th today. Oh, 82 challenges them on the bottom there. And road trends is pretty good right now today as well. Brad Stover's worst track, having a great run. Statistically worst track, especially last season. 82 tried to get around it, but unsuccessful. 99 trying to get above the 11 now. Looks to be likely unsuccessful. This. But he's above him now. That's a good thing. Lap 40 now. Coming to 10 laps to go this time around. 99 clears the 11. 48 comes to the 10 to go sign. That doesn't mean anything except the fact that we're almost done with the race, so that's cool. Not, like I said, little to no position changes at all. 97 and last hasn't even passed the limit, so I think it's going to finish like this. As unfortunate as it is. So this first playoff race, no one has a huge advantage. I'd say probably Dale Pauls Jr. has a pretty decent one, but nothing ginormous you can't catch up. So that's pardon me. Yeah, you seen that little lap car. I think that's probably the most we'll see. Lap cars, maybe rear ends. Specifically Zine. He's the only guy concerned for that right now. The M&A's probably not going to finish well. Right now, looking at 0 DNFs. That's cool. Yeah. Also, for next week at Richmond, I'm going to try to set it up where we can have cautions. If not, and we'll probably do the same thing we did today. Kentucky will probably be a pretty good race to end off the round of 16, get everyone a good chance to get in, and people that aren't good enough won't get in. So we'll see how that race goes in Kentucky. So 50 laps. Like I said, 48 is going to come out of this. Pretty good in standings. Probably highest running, not in the playoffs. He'll have more points than a majority of the round of 16 after this race, more likely. And I don't know about a majority, but a pretty decent amount. Because I don't know exactly how many 27 led. I know he led at least one, like I said. And that's pretty good. You know, playoff race, lead at least one lap, that's not bad. And finishing second here. I think he's got a really good shot at making around 12 already. So hopefully Richmond goes well for him, because he won the Richmond race in the spring. Crazy if he could pull out another win out of his hat this season. Last season we had guys going in the playoffs with 3 wins. And other than that, this season we're only having people coming in with 2, and most anyone's gotten this season. Our 2003 version of our series is 3 wins in the season. So yeah, that goes. 3 laps to go here at Martinsville. Now to wave in the 48, trying to get win number 2 of the season. And we got a smoker in the backstretch on the final laps of this race. Not 100% sure who it is. Oh, it's the 11 of M&H. He finally bit the dust. Unfortunate. I'm sure he had an issue with someone else. So we're coming to 2 to go. Seeing another car in pit road, I'll have to take a look at that. Coming to the white flag here at Martinsville. Now to weave. Takes it one more time around. Yeah, not much hype. Well, anyways, just one more corner around for him, and he'll have a second win in this season for him. I believe also a second career win. So right now after this race, he'll probably be 17th in the standings, and after the round 12, he'll probably be 13th in the standings. And Nottaway wins today here at Martinsville. Good for him. Dan Pauls Jr. probably going to lead the playoff standings after I update points on Friday. So let's see what happened to 11. We know he had more issues, and I've seen some damage on the front stretch. Oh, yeah. Got into the 56. 56 not a big concern. He's dead. Oh, Roach had him bite the dust there, lap 47. Roach just had enough. I don't blame him. You're running for playoff spots, and spun him out. The only guy I hurt was 56. The only concern there. So, and that got him. Roach finished seventh. So it's cool. Well, considering all that, bring the best race I could provide, and be honest. And other than that, we'll see you next week at Richmond, and maybe we'll see some changes. Maybe we won't. And then Kentucky in 3 weeks.